Let's install Python on Windows. First open a browser and search for download Python. Open the link at the top and here you will see the latest version of Python. Click it to download. This will download it very quickly and after that open it and run the installer. Here check those two boxes and rather than install now, click on customize installation. All the things here will be checked. After that click on next. And here click this box which is install Python 3.12 for all users. This will take the install location to program files and I recommend not changing this to not have errors in the future. Okay, let's click on install. This will take a little time, so I'll just jump at the end of the installation. So the setup was successful. Let's open the command prompt to check if we got it right. Go to the search bar and search for cmd and click enter to open command prompt. Here I'll write python -- version. And as you see, we got the latest version of Python. You can also write Python directly to start the interpreter and you can execute some code in here. Let's write 5 plus 5. We got 10. You can also write some functions like print. Let's write hello world. And if I run this, we got the print. Okay, you can exit from here by writing exit parentheses. Let's also check pip, which is used to install third-party packages of Python. And this should be installed with Python. Let's check that. Pip -- version. And as you see, we got the latest version of pip. Okay, this was how to install Python on Windows. Let's install Jupyter Notebook on Windows. After installing Python and pip, open a terminal and write pip install Jupyter. This will install Jupyter package for us. And after that, I will clean the screen by calling cls. And to run it, write Jupyter Notebook. This should work for you if you run this, but in some configurations, this is not working right now. And this is the case for me in here. Let's check it. I get an error by calling this one. If this is working for you, go with this. But if it's not working, I will show you another method. I will write Python -m and then call just notebook. And this will do the same thing with this. Let's run this one. And it opened the Jupyter environment. Here we can create a Python notebook. And you can change its name. And you can write your code in here. Okay, after that you can save it and you got your ipynb file in here. Okay, now I'm going to show you another thing. We can open those notebooks wherever we want. Let's open one folder. I've created it as notebooks and right click in this folder and open it in terminal. Okay, from here, if you write python -m notebook, or if it is working just Jupyter Notebook and run this will open the Jupyter Notebook from this folder. And if you create any folder in here and save it, close this one, as you see the ipynb checkpoints and the notebooks you are creating are going to be saved in this folder. Okay, this was how to install and run Jupyter Notebook on Windows. Let's install Pycharm on Windows. First open a browser and search for download Pycharm. Okay, open the link at the top, which is from JetBrains, and look for the community edition. This is going to be enough for us. Click on download and it will start downloading. I'm not going to wait for this one because I have already downloaded it. So you download and continue with me. Okay, I will click on the installer and run it. This is taking a little time. Okay, now I'm giving it permission and then the installation will start. Okay, click on next. You can change the destination folder. I will not change it. Click on next again and I will check those three boxes in here. After that, click on next and install. This will take a little time, so I'm going to jump at the end of the installation. Okay, the installation has finished. I will click on finish with manually reboot later and open Pycharm. Here you will see this window after accepting the user agreement, and that means you have installed Pycharm successfully. Let's click on new project. Here you can change the name of the project. Here is the location, you can change it. And here is the Python interpreter, which is going to be used with Pycharm. Okay, I will not change any of those. I'll just click on create to start the project. Okay, Pycharm is getting the project ready for us. And here it is. You can right click on the folder with the name of the project and create a Python file. You click on this file. Let's write the name, and after that you need to write py. Okay, this will create a Python file for you. But if you right click, go to new and go to Python file directly, you don't have to write .py at the end. You'll just write the name of the Python file you want. I will write greet and this created .py file. Okay, let's write something in here. Print hello world. Okay, right click and run this, and as you see our program is working. Okay, this was how to install Pycharm on Windows. Let's install Python on Linux. Actually, Python is in Linux operating systems by default, but we are going to check if we have the newest version or not. And also, for any reason, if we do not have it on our system, we are going to download and install it. The procedure will be the same for both. Open the terminal and write sudo apt install python 3. Enter your password and also write sudo apt install python 3 -pip. We need pip to install third-party packages of Python, and as you see we have the newest version of both of them on our system. If this was not the case, those two commands would download and install the newest versions. Okay, this was how to install Python on Linux. To install Jupyter Notebook on Linux, open the terminal. Of course, you need to have Python and pip installed on your system first. If you have them, write pip3 install Jupyter. Okay, this will download and install Jupyter Notebook for you. After the installation, I have already did it, so it didn't take much time, but in your case it might take more time if you don't have it on your system. Okay, after that you can close the terminal and open a folder you like. For example, I have created this notebooks folder, and from here right click and open in terminal. Of course, you can do this directly from the terminal using cds, and in your notebooks folder write Jupyter notebook directly, and this will open a browser and start Jupyter notebook environment on the local host from your folder that you started the terminal. Okay, let's create a Python Jupyter in here, and you can write anything. Write hello world, and you can change the name to hello, rename it, and if you save it and close the Jupyter, as you see the Jupyter notebook ipynb file is saved in your notebooks folder, and this is how to install and use Jupyter notebook from Linux. If you can't install Jupyter using pip, and if you get an error like this, as you see I got an error like this, if you get the same error, let's clear. We are going to use some other methods. We are going to create a Python environment, and From this environment, we are going to install and use the packages. Let's write Python 3 -m -venv and .venv. After that, let's write source.venv bin /activate, and the environment is created. From here, let's write Python 3 -m and pip install Jupyter. And as you see, this method is working. It installed Jupyter. And after that, if you write Jupyter notebook directly from this environment, it will open the browser and you can create and save your Jupyter notebooks. To install Pycharm on Linux, open a browser and search for download Pycharm. Open the link at the top from JetBrains, and on this site look for the community edition and install that. This will be enough for us. Wait for the download to be finished. After the download, open the downloads folder and extract the installation file. Okay, after that, open it and open bin folder. In here, right click and select open in terminal. In here, write /pycharm.sh. Okay, after accepting the user agreement, you are going to see this window, and that means you have installed Pycharm successfully. Okay, let's create a new project from here. This is the name of the project. You can change it to whatever you like. And here is the location of the project. You can also change it. And here you see the Python interpreter you are going to be using with Pycharm. I will not change any of them. Let's create the project by clicking create button. Okay, now Pycharm has created a new project for us. Let's create a Python file. Right click this folder with the project name and select new, select file. Write the file name you want, and after that write .py to create a Python file. Okay, this is one way. Another way is this. Right click, go to new, go to Python file directly, and here you write the name of the file. You don't have to write .py at the end because you're selecting that it's a Python file, and you have two Python files with the names you like. Okay, this was how to install Pycharm on Linux. Let's install Python on macOS. First, open a browser and search for download Python. Open this link, and here you will see the latest version of Python for macOS. Click this one and it will start downloading. After that, open it and run the installer. Here click continue, and if you want to read this, read it, and after that click continue again. Do the same thing for this one. Click agree and click install. If you are not on the main account, it will ask for the username and password. Let's write them. Okay, now the installation is beginning. I will jump at the end of this installation. Now the installation was completed successfully. Let's check it from the terminal. I will write Python 3 version and press enter. And as you see, we got the latest version of Python right now, which is 3.12.4. And let's also check the version of pip, which is going to be used to install third-party packages. And we got pip version 24. Okay, that was how to install Python on macOS. Let's install Jupyter Notebook on macOS. After installing Python, open the terminal and write pip3 install Jupyter. This will start to download and install the packages. This took a little time for me because I have downloaded and installed it before, but it will take more time in your case if you are doing it for the first time. Okay, after the installation, write Python 3 -m notebook to open the Jupyter notebook, and it will open the browser and start this environment. Here you can create a new notebook and start coding. Okay, this was how to install Jupyter Notebook on macOS. Let's install Pycharm on macOS. First, open a browser and search for Pycharm download. And open this link from JetBrains and look for the community edition. This is enough for us. Before clicking download, here you will have two options. If you are using a processor of M series, you are going to select this one, Apple Silicon, but I'm using an Intel processor on this Mac, so I'm going to select this one. After selecting it, it will start to download. Okay, the download finished. Let's open it. Open the file and run the installer. Here you are going to drag this into the applications, and if you are not on the administrator's account, you need to write the username and password. Okay, after that it will start installing. Search for Pycharm in Finder and open it. Here confirm the user agreement and click continue. Here you can select either of them, and the Pycharm is started. Here you can create a new project. Let's look at it. This is the name of the project. You can choose whatever you like, and here is the location. You can change it, and here is the Python interpreter you are going to use in the Pycharm. After selecting them, click on create to start the project. This is creating the virtual environment. And now here is our project. You can right click here to create a Python file. If you select file, and if you after writing the name of the Python file, you need to write .py, and it will create a Python file for you. But if you select direct the Python file, you can write the name, for example, hello, and without being have to write .py, it will create a Python file. Okay, this was how to install Pycharm on macOS.